friends, welcome back to Ball Homestead. My name is Beverly and I'm so glad you're here. Today it's a rainy, cold, nasty day. Thankfully we didn't get any ice, praise the Lord. But it is rainy and cold and it's going to be rainy and yuck the rest of the week. So I want to make a baked oatmeal for Wayne's breakfast. I think that'll be a nice, warm, yummy breakfast, and he loves like apple cinnamon and stuff like that, and we have a half of a jar of apples left from our apple dumplings. Plus I have some of my cajeta that I made. It's a caramel goat milk sauce that you make up from goat's milk, and we're going to top it with that. I got the idea from Acre Homestead. Becky, she had done this and she does it a lot, the baked oatmeal. We've done it before and we enjoy it. So I'm going to do that today, and we're going to get that in the oven, and I'll show you how simple it is to put together. You can make many meals out of it and have quite a few breakfasts there. So let's get started. All right, for our baked oatmeal, we're just going to put like 3 or 4 eggs in our pan here. I'm going to mix it all right here in this pan. I am going to spray it though. It's still kind of wet. I just washed this pan up. We're going to put, probably 3 or 4. Our chickens have not been laying as much, and with this cold weather we've had, I've let quite a few of them end up breaking. So, it's just so cold, and I can't get out there multiple times a day and check. So it happens. But we're going to grab this apple pie filling here, some milk, and some of our cajeta. I made quite a bit of this over the holidays, and I really need to be vigilant on using it up. So I thought, I seen Becky do this. She is amazing. If you haven't checked out Acre Homestead, it's an amazing channel. I love her. I've been watching her since she started, pretty much. All right, we're going to just kind of mix those eggs up. Pour some milk in here. And now we're going to put our oatmeal. I'm just going to kind of do this how she does, by feel. Probably going to put, this is just a quick oats, nothing fancy. Probably going to do like 2.5 cups here. Now we're going to mix that together. Probably need a little more milk. We're going to add our apples to it also. I think this will be delicious. I was thinking about it and I thought, what am I going to do with those apples? Something where I try to do things where we never have any waste. All the time I don't succeed, but I do try. But I don't want any of our hard work from this summer to go to waste. All right. We're going to add a little more milk to this. And I'm probably going to add a little bit of brown sugar, a little vanilla, and some cinnamon. We're going to add probably let's say 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. I'm going to add some cinnamon. And some vanilla. Some of our homemade vanilla here. Now we'll mix, put a little bit more milk here, and mix all that together. Those eggs all mixed in there. Kind of have a little protein in our baked oatmeal. It's going to be delicious. And now, to finish it all off, we're going to drizzle some of this caramel sauce. This is some that we made from our goat's milk, and it is delicious. If I can get it open. It's not canned. I've just had it in the fridge. We're just going to drizzle this over it like so. We're going to get that in the oven baking. In the meantime, I'm going to show you a cookie recipe also. These cookies that we're fixing to make are so delicious and so good. I use this recipe with chocolate chips. You can add nuts. You can change it up however you want. In this recipe, I just used M&Ms and they turned out phenomenal. And they always do. This is like my go-to cookie recipe, and I make them every day at work. Every single day, just about. I use the same basic cookie recipe, and I change it up. If you wanted to do a peanut butter cookie, it's a little different, but I'll add, coconut and almonds and chocolate chip and make an almond joy cookie. I've done the just chocolate chip. That's a lot of people's favorite. The M&Ms were a huge hit, and like I said, I make this usually daily. This exact recipe, I have it in my brain. I've made it so many times, and it always turns out wonderful. To our mixing bowl, we're going to add 3/4 cup of white sugar and 3/4 cup of brown sugar, along with 2 eggs and a 1/2 cup of butter. We're going to blend that all together well until it's nice and creamy. And next you're going to add 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, along with a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix that until it's all well incorporated. Then we're going to add whatever we decide to. This time I chose M&Ms, and we're going to spray our cookie sheet and scoop those out. These are very large cookies. I used a large cookie scoop for these. You could cut each ball down by 1/4 and have a ton of cookies. Anyways, that's them fresh out of the oven. They are delectable, friends. This is my go-to cookie recipe that I use almost daily. I wanted to tell y'all this baked oatmeal is smelling amazing. It smells like almost like a baked apple pie, kind of like our apple dumpling smelled. It's not quite done yet. We've still got probably 20 minutes left on it. I wanted to tell you, you bake this at for about 35 minutes at 350 degrees. Excuse the pig in the background. She's squealing. And I'll show you whenever it comes out of the oven, but it just, oh, it smells so good in this house. I believe that Wayne will really like this one. And the putting it together is kind of just, you want like a soupy consistency, but not too wet, but you don't want it too dry either. And you're going to bake it for about 35 minutes. You can basically add whatever you want to this. You can do blueberries, strawberries, just whatever. The sky's the limit. And you can make it more if you needed more. It's just the two of us though, so I don't want to have, a ton of baked oatmeal in the fridge. I don't want him to get burned out on it. So I just kind of wanted to explain that about the baked oatmeal. It's not, if you wanted more protein in it, you could add more eggs. If you wanted it sweeter, you could add more sugar, or different kinds. You could use honey, you could use white sugar, just whatever you have. It's very versatile. This is just how I decided to do it this time, because I had these apples and the caramel sauce that needed to be used. And next time I might use blueberries and cut up bits of cream cheese in it. I bet that would be delicious too. But you could do so many different things. And this time of year when it's so cold, and I always want something nice and warming. So that's why I chose to make this today. Friends, I just dished up the baked oatmeal, and I had to have a little bit because it smelled so good. It is so delicious. If you have apple pie filling you need to do something with, try this recipe. It's so easy to throw together and so good and warming on these cold winter days. Here's that baked oatmeal fresh out of the oven. It is so delicious. I will make this all the time now. Thank you for stopping back by our homestead. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, friends, goodbye.